Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and I am blessed to be sitting on the couch here with Jim McInerney. Welcome.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. Okay, Jim, you've got loads of experience in real estate. So, one of our questions is how are you advising sellers now, setting expectations now versus what you were 6 months ago?
Now we're setting more realistic timelines of how long it could take to get an offer, so we're bumping that out dramatically. We're also letting sellers know that there's a chance so you might go in escrow, fall out of escrow. It's not 100% weighted in the seller's favor. We may have to give some concessions and do some repairs where in the past the sellers gave no concessions, the property sold over list.
Yeah.
I'm telling sellers that if their house is worth 2.5, we may want to price it at 2,450,000 because the market is adjusting. You've got to show value to the buyers up front.
And that kind of is what we've always done, right? We've always
Yes.
kind of listed right
Of
beneath
course.
the value.
Of course.
And so this is just
Getting
normal.
back to normal.
Yeah, but it's also like a psychological reset for people. We've been kind of tricked the last 3 years. Not
100%.
tricked, but we've been in a different market, so people got used to that.
Yes.
And now they have to go revert back to what was.
Yeah, and the revert isn't even that bad.
No.
All the houses are still selling,
Right.
which sometimes in the past they wouldn't. They would just
Right.
expire, and you'd have to go through 2 or 3 agents before it got sold. So we're headed back to normal, but it's still a wonderful market. But you can't be goofy anymore as a seller and think you're going to get what your neighbor got 6 months ago. Those days are gone. And I think the challenge is a lot of these sellers have still not even realized that the market has shifted as of 6 months ago.
Right.
So there's still a
Yeah,
lot of
there's
people
like
coming to the table.
a delay. There's like a little
Yeah.
slug in people getting it.
Yes.
Just like when interest rates rise and they're slowly I guess they're rising quickly.
Yes.
But it takes people that are in the market buying and refinancing maybe a month or two for it to really hit where people
100%.
realize, it's a lot higher than I thought it was.
Well,
And it takes a while.
You're right. I mean, we're hypersensitive to it because we're in the
Every
industry
day.
every day and we're dealing with people in the industry.
Right.
But your normal consumer has a job and a life and children, and
Yeah.
they're just getting little snidbits of news.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we're setting different expectations with our clients.
And so I also wonder how, for you, it's been with sellers taking in that information. How are they reacting?
Not well.
It's pretty much everyone saying that.
Yeah, like almost you have to club them over the head.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I haven't done that in years. Most of them are not taking it well. Most of them don't want to accept the fact that they may have missed the peak.
Yeah, because we're still in that transitionary period where
Right.
they're realizing what values are.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, I had a client say, "Oh, that one sold in the peak," and I'm like, "No, it closed 3 weeks ago." And the peak was 6 months ago. So I would say most sellers are not taking it well, but it's slowly changing. It's like changing the Titanic.
Well, I always
with
like
their-
to say, too, I mean, if you look at it, if you were to sell at the peak, you're also probably going to buy at the peak again. But if you're selling now, and those buyers have a little bit more pull and a little bit more to, say in how the sale goes, you become a buyer eventually, and now you're in that position. So they all, each market kind of washes itself, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
I
agree.
mean, it's just something to think about, but I'm excited to see how this market transitions again. You've been in the industry for a while.
Yeah,
So,
the interesting thing is just because it's transitioned, there's still a market. There's always a market.
right.
It's like a stock that's trading at 120 is now trading at 109,
Uh-huh.
but it still trades thousands of shares a day. You just
Right.
have to price it at 109. You can't ask for 120 when it trades at 109.
So we shouldn't be too worried.
We shouldn't be worried at all.
Right.
It's still a fantastic market. We live in San Diego, California,
Yeah.
one of the most desirable places in the world, and interest rates are still historically low.
Honestly,
and we have an
it might
inventory.
be the most desirable place in the world. If you
I
look
think
at how
so.
other major cities
Yeah.
are going right now, I mean, I don't want to be anywhere else but San Diego.
I agree with
And
you
we have
100%.
all tech and big things coming. We have military
It's
here,
very
so our
exciting.
values are always going to stay somewhat stable.
And
We
I
can
think
always
COVID
recover.
really put San Diego on the map once and for all because of the weather and the climate and the lifestyle.
That's right.
The whole world saw it.
Well, and I love how much experience you have. So you're the one to go to buy or sell.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Thanks for being here so much.
Thank you for having me. It's an
Thank
honor.
you for watching.